Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing things that I wish I hadn't done or I did differently in my modeling journey. I started modeling in 2019 precisely. I have worked with a few brands and I basically started modeling in Kochi, Kerala because I'm based out of here. And I think I didn't have any mentor to guide me back then. I had no friends in the same industry, but now I do. And now that I look at them and look at my personal journey, I feel like I could have done things differently or identified a few things which I could have changed, which I think can help you all in your modeling journeys if you're planning to become a model. Number one, I was really underpaid as a model. I've had shoots where I've done 40 plus looks and I've been paid just 4,000 rupees and stuff like that. Well, if you are shooting, let's say, for 12 hours or 8 hours and getting paid 4,000 is really a less amount of money. And I wish I knew that I was being underpaid because I wasn't aware that people could get more than that. Whenever you're starting with modeling, it's very important to identify what you feel like would be a remuneration that would work with you and the brand. Be open to bargaining. They might not be okay with the payment that you say, so make sure you quote a little bit higher so that they'll actually bargain and come down to the amount that's actually fair enough for you. Second thing I wish I had done differently was I wish I had networked more. Being a part of pageants, you do really meet a lot of models who are established in the modeling industry in different cities and different places. And so maybe getting the understanding of how to begin and how to get shoots from them would have really worked more if modeling was something that I was seriously considering. But I don't think I was pretty much very serious about modeling because pageantry was something that was really taking up all of my attention. So my focus was definitely there and I wish I had done it a little differently. So make sure whenever you're going to any event, in today's time, if you're going to an event with content creators, with models, anytime you meet, or not just meeting, you can just text models or established online. You can text them on Instagram and ask them if they could guide you and help you. And some models might be actually very sweet. And you might actually be surprised because some models may actually respond to you and give you nice contacts, which you can later lead on to nice projects. Third, I didn't understand how to get commercials. If you haven't seen my video on how I got my first actual commercial, which is a national commercial for MalayaliShadi.com. The video is actually uploaded on my YouTube channel, so go check it out. But that was actually my first try of giving an audition for a commercial. I never knew how to enter commercials. I never knew what casting calls were. I didn't know that you could actually follow casting directors and these things would happen. I was not even sure if that was happening back then. I'm sure it did. But I wish I knew casting directors. I wish I had this understanding of how to get work beyond the area that I'm in so that I could have established myself a little bit more and actually gotten a little bit more commercially viable when I'm going into national pageants. Fourth, I was really focused on how I was looking in the camera and whether I was becoming pretty. I think modeling is not about looking pretty. It's about actually being a good model for the product. If you're modeling for a dress, if you're modeling for jewelry, if you're modeling for this, I think you have to be aware that it's not about you looking pretty, but it's also about having good photogenic face, about understanding which angle works the best, understanding different poses, being more prepared when you go for shoots. So looking at poses beforehand, doing all of those things beforehand would actually help you and get you a head start in the shoots when you're going, and would also look much more professional. And I think having a word with your photographer, stylist, or brand would also help you a lot. I didn't know that you could actually ask for the pictures from the photographers. I always thought that if it was a paid shoot, you weren't getting the pictures. If it was a collab shoot, you were getting the pictures. That's how I thought it was. But I think it's okay to ask the photographers if they would be okay to send you the pictures once it's done editing for your Instagram or you want to post it. I'm not sure if all photographers would agree, but I think it's worth a conversation to have because it would also look good in your portfolio as well. And one more bonus tip, if you're actually starting to model, it would be so much more nicer. I think you would get more opportunities if you would actually approach stylists because they are the ones mostly coordinating shoots for big brands. And sometimes we approach the brands directly or the photographers or the makeup artists. But I think approaching stylists is one of the best ways to actually find work and to also be in their radar because if they find a work that's perfect for you, you can actually find it out. I think saying no is something I should have learned really back then because you can say no. If you've discussed around 4 looks or 10 looks, you won't be doing more than that and you shouldn't be doing more than that. It's about being professional, about being on time and also doing the best job. It does take a lot of physical energy as well to really give a good shot, and that's why I feel like you should have a word beforehand so that they don't just make you overwork or they just don't actually underpay you like they did me. Knowing when to take a shoot as a collab and when to take it as a paid one. If the team is amazing, if you feel like this is a team that'll really give a lot of leverage, if you feel like the pictures are going to be very different from what you've usually done, then take it as a collab shoot. Even if you're an established model, I don't think it's a problem to actually take a collab shoot if it's something you've not done and if it's something very interesting with an amazing team that's going to again help you network. But if it's something you've constantly done and if it's just a random photographer coming to you and you want to click portraits, I think you wouldn't want to do it. It's very difficult to then find paid shoots because people are like, oh, you'll get pictures and all of that, but that doesn't really do anything, right? Does it? It doesn't pay bills. So that's about it. These are things that I wish I had done differently, and you can learn from my mistakes. If you have any other questions and doubt, make sure you put it in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you and bye bye.